That is Lance Stroll off at the penultimate corner. He's managed to keep it going, but it looks like he has a bit of damage to his front wing. And I wonder if this could be the end of qualifying. Let's see what happens to Lance Stroll. Oh, he clipped the grass on the entry, and then BAM! Into the wall, and that's damaged his suspension, surely.
Just gonna bring it back.
That is the end of qualifying for Lance Stroll, because I think he's damaged his suspension after all of that. Here comes Charles Leclerc then, out of turn 12, into turn 13, comes the Ferrari. Can Charles Leclerc bag his 27th pole position in Formula 1? He was on pole in Hungary, and where is he going to go in Q1? Only 9th fastest for Charles Leclerc. What about Gabriel Bortoleto, who was in the top 6 at the end of the Grand Prix in Hungary? He's 13th at the moment here in Q1. Liam Lawson goes 5th fastest. That should see him through. What about Esteban Ocon? Can he get into the top 15? No, he can't. Ocon is out in Q1. Franco Colapinto goes 15th, and he's into Q2 in a moment. In his first ever Grand Prix here at Zandvoort, Yuki Tsunoda knocks him out as he goes 12th fastest in the Red Bull. Hulkenberg on the podium 3 races ago at Silverstone. Can he get into Q2? No, he can't. 17th for Hulkenberg, and that is the bottom 5 decided in this first part of qualifying here in Zandvoort. So it's Colapinto, Hulkenberg, Ocon, Behrman and Lance Stroll, who didn't set a time because of that crash at the penultimate corner.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, you can see it. Charles Leclerc spotting a fox at turn 9 or 10. Russell crosses the line for Mercedes and he goes 6th fastest, 4/10 off Lando Norris. Kimi Antonelli coming up to the line now in his Mercedes, and he's 7th behind George Russell, but ahead of Hadjar. This man, Yuki Tsunoda, who's going to cross the line, and it's only 9th for the Japanese driver in the Red Bull. Pierre Gasly crosses the line and he goes into the top 10. Gasly, hunting for his 8th Q3 appearance of the season, has done it at the moment. Carlos Sainz goes 7th fastest, and Pierre Gasly is out of qualifying once again in the Alpine. Now we're aboard with Isaac Hadjar in the Racing Bulls. Can he get his car into the Q3 once again? He's done it multiple times so far this season, and he's on course to do it again. 7th for Isaac Hadjar. Alex Albon, can he get into the top 10? No! Alex Albon, who was 4th on the grid here 2 years ago, is only 12th on the grid here in Zandvoort in 2025. Gabriel Bortoleto misses out by doing the exact same time as Yuki Tsunoda, but Yuki Tsunoda hangs on the 10th because he got to the line first. Now here's Liam Lawson rounding the final banked corner in this magnificent Zandvoort circuit. Lawson crosses the line. Is he in Q3? Yes, he is. 7th fastest for Liam Lawson. Yuki Tsunoda is out of qualifying. What about Fernando Alonso? He goes 7th, and Kimi Antonelli is out of qualifying as well. Antonelli, Tsunoda, Bortoleto, Gasly and Albon are out. The 2 McLarens at the top. Oscar Piastri, who hasn't been on pole since Spain back in June, is looking to take pole position once again. Can Piastri bag pole? Oh, he does with a 108.662. But what about Lando Norris, who's won 3 of the last 4 Grand Prix? Can he get pole once again? No, he misses out by 12 thousandths of a second in his McLaren. What can George Russell in his Mercedes do? He's going to cross the line, and he's nowhere near the McLarens. 3rd for Russell. Now we'll see if anyone else can beat it. Carlos Sainz, maybe? He crosses the line in his Williams. No, nowhere near. Charles Leclerc, who was on pole last time out in Hungary after a shocking last gasp lap. He might not have the pace to challenge the McLaren today, but we'll see if he can possibly challenge for the 2nd row. Let's see. Charles Leclerc crosses the line, and he is on the 2nd row at the moment. But what about his teammate Lewis Hamilton, who has outqualified Leclerc a few races ago? Can he do it again here in Zandvoort? He does in a moment. 4th place for Lewis Hamilton. What about the home hero Max Verstappen? 2/10 off Oscar Piastri. Can he take pole position once more here in Zandvoort? He's 2/10 off the McLarens, but can he find pace in the final sector and bag his Red Bull onto pole? No! He's 3rd on the grid for Max Verstappen. This is going to be very, very close. Lando Norris is fastest in the middle sector, but Piastri is half a tenth up on his lap time. Norris, who was on pole here last year, can he do it again? No, he misses out by 8.5 hundredths of a second. So it's Oscar Piastri looking comfortable for pole. Can he extend his margin even further? He crosses the line. No, he doesn't improve. But at the moment, he's still on provisional pole. Charles Leclerc in his Ferrari is coming to the line. Where is he? Only 5th for the man who was on pole last time out in Budapest. Now it's down to Lewis Hamilton. Where is he going to put his Ferrari as he comes out to the final corner down the main straight? Hamilton crosses the line, and it's 6th for the 7-time world champion in the Ferrari. George Russell is coming round the final corner. He's coming up to the line, and he's only 4th fastest, and Max Verstappen has gone quickest through the middle sector. Don't discount the world champion out. He's coming into the final 2 corners now in his Red Bull. Hadjar goes 4th fastest. What a performance from Isaac Hadjar. But what about Max Verstappen? Can he take pole? No, he's 2.5 tenths off. But Hadjar, 4th in the Racing Bulls. What a performance for the rookie. But it's Oscar Piastri with his 5th pole in Formula 1, his 5th of the season, and he's on pole for the first time since Spain, and he's got a perfect opportunity to hold on to the lead tomorrow. What a way for Formula 1 to come back from the summer break.